Hello, Louisiana. This is 𝐁𝐤𝐻. I wanted to come to y'all today to speak to you a little bit about the upcoming election and the severity of this, how that we better participate and we better get out and vote, because I can tell you there's a lot riding on it. These guys are desperate. When you see the governor and all these elected officials endorsing a candidate, it's not just because they like her. It's because they know that she'll go along with their plan. And what is their plan? Their plan is to invite industry to come into the state and to inject CO2 under our ground. Many of you don't even know what I'm talking about because you haven't been paying attention. But I'm telling you, they're going to catch CO2 in industrial plants, compress it to a critical state, transport it to injection wells, not oil wells or gas wells. This ain't about EOR, enhanced oil recovery, where they're using CO2 to recover oil. This is about permanently injecting CO2 under our ground. And why are they doing it? They're doing it for 45Q tax credits, that whatever they're producing can be green friendly to satisfy the European markets. I don't give a crap if you're satisfied or not. Don't do it at my expense. I do want to double exports. I do support oil and gas, but I don't support it on the backs of the people of Louisiana. What Governor Landry's done is he's invited this industry to our state. They have passed legislation to mold it to where these guys can come in and fast track these projects. They made it convenient. Come on in, we'll give you our people's pore space, we'll pass legislation allowing you to take their land. They gave the authority to private industry, both foreign and domestic, to take your property and inject CO2 under your land. And what you don't understand is that when they do this, in some cases, these projects will create plume. They inject it into your pore space, which you own. And it creates a plume, which is like a cloud under the ground. That plume could be up to 40,000 acres. 40,000, that's 7.9 by 7.9 miles. Now, if it's square, but they don't know what the formation is going to look like. They can try to predict what it's going to look like. They don't know if it's going to stay there. The chances are it's going to migrate. Now, then you got to look at the 421,000 oil and gas wells we have throughout the state. Many of those, the integrity has been compromised. The casings, they're old. One leak leaks into the 𝐏𝐸𝐿 aquifer, and we have ruined our water supply. The 𝐏𝐸𝐿 aquifer goes under approximately 15 parishes and supplies 50% of the state's drinking water. If that ain't important, I don't know what is. But more than that is my constitutional rights. I built this cemetery. I buried my father here. It means something to me. There's no one taking my land. I'm telling you right now. I'm going to fight tooth and nail. And not only that, who am I to sell out my neighbors? You know, just because I may be the majority landowner in the area, in which I'm not, but if I was, I'm going to choose to do it, and my neighbors are going to have no choice. You know, what happens if there's a leak and your neighbor's having a nice birthday party with 100 people there, and that leak stays to the ground, the wind's blowing right to the birthday party, and we kill everybody there. They suffocate. Do you realize our legislators have gave industry a cap of $250,000 per injury and $500,000 for a death? Do you realize that maybe your insurance company don't cover pollutants and is not going to stand in the gap for you? And you're going to be stuck with the liability? You could lose everything you own because you took the monetary gain to inject something under your ground for absolutely no reason than money. Because there's only two things. Either the governor's for climate change or he's for 45Q tax credits. And those 45Q tax credits are our tax dollars that they're giving industry. What they've done is they've whored out Louisiana to the highest bidders. Come on in, bring your industry. We'll give you our people's land. We'll give you the legislation that'll allow you to take their property. Y'all got to understand that. You got to understand that just because they're not injecting it by your house don't mean they're not going to. If they can make billions of dollars off of one well, you don't think they're going to put one everywhere they can? This is just a start. If you remember, the governor said, well, I'm going to let these 32 projects go on through, and I'm going to place the moratorium before we do any more. That was just the start. He's just coming out the gate. I believe there's about 200 permits sitting in the chute right now ready to launch. As soon as they get these 32, you're getting 200 more. And if you got a parish and you think you're not getting one, I got something else for you. You're going to get one. If you got any kind of way that they can make it happen, I promise you, you're going to get it. When we give them an inch, they're going to take a mile. And you can bet on it. So y'all better learn to stand up. You better learn to educate yourself. And we better vote against this. And it starts on June 27th with Dr. John Fleming. We need to send somebody to Congress that will stand with the people. He could have easily stood with industry If he did, he would have got those millions. He would have those endorsements, but he didn't want them. Instead, he chose to stand with us, the people. And I'm asking you now to stand with him. Get out of your recliners, whatever you got going on Election Day, June 27th, and get your butts out and vote. Let's save Louisiana. Thank y'all. Have a blessed day.